Welcome back to the Coach's Corner. John Stanko of Gaels.com, being joined by Sarah Brady once again. Coach, thanks for joining us.
No problem. Always a pleasure.
It was a competitive week for you. 3 tough losses, but all by a 1-0 margin. Let's begin this past Tuesday, the home opener against Army. What did you see from the outing against the Black Knights?
It was a brilliant game, that one. I think I was heartbroken for the kids after it because they deserve more out of the game. They know they did. And, even the Army coaches said to us at the end of the game, heartbreaker for you. I mean, on the balance of things, they scored the goal, but we definitely had chances to win it. There's the one right at the death after we'd got one down. Amber just needed a shoe size bigger and it's a goal. That was a fantastic game. We had a great crowd there. All the men's soccer team were there cheering us on. So it was a brilliant experience for the freshmen. That was their first time playing in front of their home crowd. Gabby Kikuchi got the start at centre-back and was excellent. So it was a lot of positives. I loved the Army game.
Now we go to Friday against the NJIT Highlighters. You admit not the strongest effort thus far this season. What do you think were some learning points from the 1-0 loss to NJIT?
I think the effort was there. We've got to be very clear. This team work hard and they're committed. The effort was there, but it was one of those games that just things don't click. Our interplay wasn't very good. We were, a step off with our coordinated press. We played on a bumpy, dry, thick grass field, which is unfortunately not something we're used to. Unfortunately for us in that game, but you just have to credit NJIT. They were brilliant on that day, and they beat Fairfield the following I think Sunday, so 2 days later they beat Fairfield in our conference 4-1. So they're just riding a little bit of a wave right now, and deservedly so. I thought they were great on Friday.
Do you think that game against NJIT shows the increase in talent you have this year? Maybe last year in a game like that where not everything was clicking, you get down 1-0 and then it kind of snowballs toward the end of the game for a bigger deficit. But do you think the 1-0 defeat shows that even if you don't have your best game, you can still hang in there with a very good opponent?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that's exactly what we've got this year. What we do have is kids who they're competitive and they fight for everything. Even again, 1-0 down at NJIT right till the death, they're going after it. They're trying to get chances. They're pushing for it. They're chasing every loose ball. I was really happy with certain things. I think the play wasn't great. And as a football team who like to have an identity as a team that play, that was disappointing. But the effort and energy was definitely there. Mach Mexner again was outstanding in that game, and there wasn't much outstanding. So the fact that we played terrible and still had an outstanding player is huge for us.
Now we turn to this past weekend, the bus trip up to Binghamton. Before we get to the game against the Bearcats, if you look at the social media feed of the players, the bus trip up to Vestal was quite an adventure.
It was. I never used to like the bus trips. I think I've said on one of these before that it was a torture, but honestly, I love the bus trips. I actually like the van better. I drive the freshman van and it's basically a club on wheels, which is amazing. But the bus was funny. So Pachetti and Krebus decided that they were going to present a Southwest Airlines flight via the Binghamton bus, which was amazing. Honestly, the film's hysterical. And then we had a sing-along, or I observed a sing-along on the way back, which Mary Jaramillo become the star of, which was great. But the best was my prank on Jackie Morris. She got pranked big time. Got to tell you about it. She's lying down, just being, a good girl, listening to Ellie, our trainer in the Normatech. So I'd steal a bottle of water and I'd drop a little bit of water on her. She's like, what's going on? Done it again, and then I just poured the whole bottle in her face. She couldn't figure out it was me. It's always me. I'm the prank champion. Paulie D's got nothing on me.
Well, now you got to have eyes in the back of your head.
Absolutely. I think she's going to get me, to be honest with you. She's pretty good too.
Well, she started that game against Binghamton, and I think you pointed out that her and Sarah Mangialardi, you played extended minutes for the first time this year, they were strong against the Bearcats.
Yeah, the Sarah I'm really, really proud of because, she's a senior. She's come in, she's fit, so fit this year. And she's not just fit for herself, she's getting other people through the fitness and really being a leader in that area. She's being a leader off the field as well. So it's great to see the growth from her, from a character point of view. But on the pitch, Sarah's a smart kid. She gets it, and the tweak in our system that we applied really suited her on Sunday. So she played and she was very, very good. So she wasn't just good for her, she was good for Jackie. So she played next to Jackie and she kind of coached Jackie through the game. Sarah's very good at being a coach out there because she listens and she gets it and she's using that to help other kids. But I think it was exciting for Jackie. It was her first start, a freshman, and she played a really, really good game. I think she got about 75 minutes in without a break. She went straight through. So she did really, really well. She showed her character. She showed why I recruited her. You all remember the story about why I recruited Jackie Morris, because she very politely shouted at a girl, and she definitely she applied herself. She got a yellow card, but you know, it was one of those. You've got to take that yellow for the team. It was a smart yellow, let's say.
Jackie Morris very confident on the pitch, and someone who's been very confident in the cage thus far early on the season has been freshman goalkeeper Emma Havrilla. She's been a standout thus far in these close defeats, but making some ginormous saves. You got to be happy with the rookie thus far.
I think Emma and Kaylee, both freshman goalkeepers, are very, very good. Both of them played this week. Kaylee got some minutes at NJIT, and you know, Emma played the Army game in full, and obviously played the Binghamton game in full. I mean, Emma's a real deal player. My favourite thing about her is she comes off the pitch exhausted, and people are like, how a goalkeeper's exhausted, but she locks in. She's so mentally focused. She comes off the pitch dripping in sweat, and you know, she's really staying locked into the game. She's developing wonderfully. We're very happy that she's with us this year.
Well, what's the focus on in practice this week? You guys play the Albany Great Danes this Friday, so what are you looking to improve upon before a matchup with another America East Conference opponent?
Yeah, I mean, I like playing the American East because, you know, the majority of the programs there are fully funded. So as you guys know in athletics, that when a program's fully funded and they're playing a school such as us that are not fully funded, there's no drop-off when the bench players come in. You know, the level remains pretty consistent. That's something that we've really got to develop in this program, and we're getting closer to it, especially with this freshman class. You know, they're raw, but they're workers, and they're coming along nicely. Our transition to attack hasn't been as good as I expected it to be with the players we've got. I do think that coming in an extra, you know, a week later in pre-season impacted that. But we've just got to be better in our quality and transition to attack. I mean, our ideas are good, but, you know, the pass is not quite there. Maybe it's rushed, or maybe it's, you know, the wrong passing choice is chosen. So transition to attack this week is a big focus for us.
Well, Coach, best of luck, and hopefully you get in this losing streak against the Great Danes on Friday night.
Perfect. Thank you.